Hey everybody, I hope you are enjoying your summer. I'm sorry you should be able to enjoy summer vacation without even having to think about people like me, but these are interesting and different times. Wanted to share a little information with you. Yesterday, Principal Thompson spoke on Facebook Live, sharing some details about what school is going to look like in the fall, which is about a month from now. Something that many of us have been scratching our bald or otherwise heads wondering, what on earth is life going to be like in 4 weeks? So I want to share just some of the information that she provided, knowing that many of you aren't on Facebook, many of you aren't checking Edmodo during summer, and that's okay. Um, so I want to make sure you're as informed as can be. Please understand that, first of all, a lot of details are still being worked out. Second of all, any of this could be subject to change based on any number of unpredictable factors. But here's what we know so far. You're going to have two options. The choice will be up to you and your families. Two options, two programs running side by side in the fall. The first option we call blended learning. In the blended learning option, you will come to school on campus, in class, 4 days a week. Each one of your classes is going to meet every other day so that you're in each class twice a week. So, just for example, Monday, if you have math and English and social studies, then Tuesday, gym and Spanish and band, and then Monday back to math, English, social studies, Tuesday back to gym. I don't even remember what I said. French and remedial transmission diagnostics or whatever your elective is, okay? So every class in person twice a week. On the fifth day, you'll work from home with online work that's prepared. If you do participate in the blended learning program, safety measures are in place in the school. You'll have your temperature checked every morning at the door before you come in. Class sizes have been cut down to about half, so there'll be more opportunities to space yourselves out for social distancing. And these things will be required for as long as both the government and the school administration deem necessary. Okay. There will also be there's a plan in place to make lunch as safe as possible, but I don't know anything about that. You'd be amazed how little involved I am in student lunches. By the way, I had the bright idea to put a couple drops of cinnamon essential oil on the outside of my mask so that I was not condemned to just walk around smelling my own mouth all day. That was a bad idea. I just about had a stroke. Um, Masks, good idea. Essential oil on the masks, bad idea. Too strong. That's option one, blended learning. The second option is virtual learning. If you do the virtual learning program, you'll work from home online 5 days a week. Many of the details about what, especially the virtual learning program, are going to look like are still being worked out. Some things to understand is it's going to be more structured than the remote learning that we did in fourth quarter. And that will almost certainly mean less flexibility, especially in timing. So as you're deciding what option to pick, you need to understand that you're probably going to have to be able to commit to being online in front of your computer or your phone at specific times in order to choose this option. I ask you to please remember that we teachers are only working from home 1 day a week. And yet we're teaching you online 5 days a week. So things we did in fourth quarter, like I get a message, hey, let's go on Zoom, and 20 minutes later we're on Zoom. that's not going to be, that's probably not going to be possible, at least outside of Fridays. So you have the blended learning option and the online only learning option. Uh, Both are good choices. We are working hard to put together a program that's going to be as effective and meaningful to you as possible. How do you pick? Your parents are going to get a letter or an email sometime in the very near future. That's as specific as I'm able to be, because I'm not in on these discussions, uh, which will give you more details than what I've given you, and then tell you how to make your choice. When you get that letter or that email, or when your parents do, Mrs. Thompson needs a response within 3 days. Please also understand that once you've made a choice, Mrs. Thompson has said that we're not going to have the opportunity to change our minds and pick the other track. Why? Well, once we see what choices you've made, that's when the school starts putting together these classes. And with social distancing, there's a limited number of butts in seats allowed in each class. So once we make our choices, we need to stick with them for however long as this dual program works. Um, I ask you to please be patient with your teachers, as this is all something brand new for us, and you have the right to expect patience from us. I know if anyone's watching this, it's my students from this year just finished, so I won't be one of those teachers working with you, but the teachers who will be working with you are committed to making this the best experience possible. I don't know if, am I leaving anything out? My goodness, it's summer and I've already talked for 7 minutes to you poor kids. Let's just pretend I'm not leaving anything out. That's just about all I know so far. If you have any further questions, I will be happy to help you find answers to them. Also know that this is just me sharing my understanding from Principal Thompson's Facebook video that you might not have had the opportunity to see. So please check with the principal, check with the administration and their official materials before you make any decisions. Don't just base the decision on what I say, because those of you who worked with me for a year know that I very rarely know what I'm talking about. Okay, enjoy the rest of your summer, and I look forward to seeing you in the fall.